Today, we are going to be showcasing the new Lady Nagant, this absolute mommy of a character. I mean, just look at how good she looks on the home screen, right? She looks absolutely amazing. Today, we have a bit of a special showcase, though, because we are not only going to do PvP and VE Tower, but we're also going to be able to do Club Festival. It just so happens that today is actually a day where Lady Nagant is fairly useful in Club Festival if you lack other characters like Fantasy Sue or the white-haired Dobby, because Lady Nagant does have Pierce and she can actually do a decent amount of damage. So we're going to start with the Club Festival, then we're going to do some PvP, and then we're going to do some VE Tower and see how she looks in all of these things. So let's get into it. This is the Club Festival team I am going to be using today. We are taking on Kirishima, New Year's Todoroki, and white-haired Dobby, and Kirishima is going to draw our aggro for most of it, but hopefully with Lady Nagant we'll be able to pierce his extra defense, and then we'll be able to target the other two for a little bit and get them to a decent amount of health, and we should get a fairly decent score. It's not going to be like my highest score, but it should be a decent score just using Lady Nagant here. Okay, as we get into this, we're going to be using Lady Nagant third in the skill chain for the memory we have on her. Also, her second action skill needs to be used in a second or later successfully executed skill chain, so it just makes sense to put her at the end. It's just easier that way. And so we're going to start by using Deku's adaptability. This is going to be able to nullify status ailments in case we get frostbite from Todoroki. We might miss this first skill chain if we do get frostbite because we are going to be slower, but on the next turn we will have the ability to have a full skill chain even if he does land frostbite on this first turn. We're going to go ahead and do this next, and then we're going to use Lady Nagant's first skill, and the reason we're using this one first is because it increases her plus ultra gauge. It also lowers the opponent's power and decreases their speed, so potentially it could give us the speed advantage. I don't think it will because Dobby's on the other team decreasing our speed, right? But then it also has a cooldown time of 5, and you want to use that one first, that way you can use this one second, and this one's going to decrease your action skill cooldown time by 1 when used in a second or later successfully executed skill chain. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Like I said, we are going to end up going second. We'll see if we got frostbitten. We did get frostbitten, but that's fine. Not a big deal. 38,000 from Lady Nagant. Pretty decent damage right there. And we are pretty much still full health, so we got that going for us as well. And this is only a level 90 Nagant, so she's going to actually do pretty decent damage. If you were able to get her to level 100, she would do even better. She is board 13 though, so keep that in mind. All right, and here comes our full skill chain. And look at that damage from Nagant. It's actually so good. She's hiding, so we know she's not getting targeted, right? Uraraka gets targeted. Uraraka and Deku, we don't have to worry about at all. They're just going to heal through this. So this is a team that actually works out really well because you don't really have to worry about anyone dying. So that's another advantage to using Uraraka, or not Uraraka, Lady Nagant in Club Festival, because she does have the ability to hide. It's a similar thing with Sue. When you have Fantasy Sue might be slightly better than Nagant because she has an attack all, but Nagant still actually does pretty decent damage because she does have a multi-hit attack that can hit multiple hits for 99,000 later on. $13,000. Not a lot there, but then she should hit 99,000 right here. And her plus ultra, of course, is sick. 99,000 damage, so you can see the Pierce coming in clutch. She actually does a massive amount of damage, and she's going to carry you through this stage damage-wise if you do lack other characters that have Pierce. So Lady Nagant's actually very good for today. Go ahead and we'll do this, and we'll do this. And then it's just kind of on repeat from here. 99,000 damage with the action skill that time around, so like you can tell she's looking very, very good, right? We have all of our plus ultras right here, so we actually can use all of our plus ultras and then use our action skills in the next turn. Go ahead and do that. 53,000, 87,000, and this is definitely going to be 99,000. Perfect. And now we can use all of our action skills again. We are going to be slower this time, but we should be fine. We still have status element nullification, right? And Lady Nagant did get a little bit low right there, but now she's hiding, so we're solid. Nothing to worry about, right? And the only reason she's getting as low as you guys are seeing her getting is because, well, she does have fairly low stats for UR, but it's also because she's only level 90, so keep that in mind as well. 99,000 damage again. You gotta love it. It's actually, like, the damage is pretty good. It looks so good. And we are on turn 8. My goal is hopefully by like turn 10, or maybe after this turn even, to have Kirishima down to half health, because once he's below half health we can start targeting other people. So that's kind of the goal. We'll see. And right here, another 99,000. And we'll go ahead and do our skill chain here. She'll stop being targeted because she will be hiding again. And we should be able to stop targeting Kirishima after this turn. So turn 10, we should be able to target the others. Oh yeah, good damage. 54,000 with all those multi-hits. And now we're able to target other people. We're going to go ahead and we're going to target Dabi because we have 2 destruction type characters. These destruction type characters should put pretty good work in on him. Like, you can't deny that Lady Nagant hitting 99,000 all the time is pretty solid for a level 90 character. This is a level 90 Nagant, and I feel like she keeps up with a level 130 Sue. So I think she's very good. The only thing she lacks, obviously, is being able to hit multiple targets. But at the same time, she kind of makes up for it with her multi-hit action skill. So I feel like she's pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. I like her a lot, and maybe I'm just biased because I love the character, but like, a lot of people were saying she was going to be mid. I don't feel like she's mid at all. I feel like she is a solid option for people that lack fantasy characters or limited characters, and she is a general pool unit. Like, honestly, I feel like she's a solid general pool unit in my opinion. All right, we'll go ahead, and this will be our last time being able to target Dabi because Kirishima's about to draw aggro again. Well, at least until turn 14 we won't be able to target Dabi. So we'll go ahead and do this. There's the 99,000 we were looking for, so you guys can see. Oof, that put some work in on Dabi, helped us get him down there quite a bit in health. All right, so Kirishima's half, Dabi's kind of close to red. He's half of half, and then Todoroki still got a lot of his health, unfortunately, but it is what it is. We should be able to do a good amount of damage right here with Nagant's action skill. We did get frostbitten, so we didn't get the full skill chain there. That's unfortunate. All right, and we are on the final turn. No other action skills really to speak of. We'll use our Arakas, of course, but obviously it's not going to make that much of a difference. This, like I said, isn't going to be the highest score, but at least you guys can see that Nagant can be useful, especially if you're a newer player or a free-to-play player, happen to pull her on a silver ticket, lack the fantasy characters, lack white-haired Dabi, whatever. Hopefully this will help you guys out at least a little bit if you did happen to get this character. If you don't have this character yet, I think she's worth pulling on personally. It's definitely a trap banner because if it's anything like the 1 year JP anniversary, they released 2 fest units, and then like less than a month later released another fest unit, the Todoroki, I believe it was, back at the time. So we might get another fest unit here coming up soon, would be my prediction. So you might not want to summon on her, but at the same time, like, it's kind of hard not to, I know, after you see how good she can be. So let's go ahead and press turn start here, and let's see what our score is at the end after using this team with Nagant on it. All right, and our final score, what's it gonna be? 227,000. It's not great. It's not great. I'm not gonna lie. I tested this team out earlier, and I was able to get it up to like 280 or something like that. So it can definitely be a lot better. A lot of that comes down to RNG, whether you get frostbite or not, stuff like that. So a lot of stuff plays into it, but it is over 200,000, which is something a lot of people might struggle to do. And I will say this Deku that I have is only level 100. The Uraraka is level 110, I think. And then Nagant's only level 90. So like for the team I'm running, I would say this is somewhat free to play friendly. Other than maybe the Fantasy or Uraraka if you don't have her. But, you know, the new Celebration Deku just came out. The Nagant's obviously still out, so you could potentially have both of those characters. And I think a lot of people are going to be able to use this team. And so I do think Nagant has pretty good uses, at least when it comes to Club Festival. Now that we're done with Club Festival, though, let's take a look at PvP and VE Tower. This team should be a good team to test our own team against. They are 473,000 battle power. We have 421,000. Hopefully we'll be faster than them because we have all speed memories. Nagant does a speed down by 40% with her first action skill. With her first auto skill, she increases her own speed. And then, so despite having relatively low like stats overall, right, we should have a decent amount of speed on this team. Also, Uraraka speeds up class 1A characters. We'll have to see though, because we are going against a full class 1A team. And so Uraraka is giving an extra 25% speed on their team, as opposed to us missing 25% for running Nagant. So we'll have to see how this ends up playing out. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, you're Lady Nagant, precision, even Mr. Snipe is jealous of. Your eyes are filled with hope. How many bullets do you think you can take? All right. We're going to go ahead and obviously target Kirishima first because we don't have a choice. Then we're going to go ahead and do adaptability to nullify the stun if we get stunned, assuming we go first. We might not. We're going to go ahead and do one shot, one bullseye, and then we're going to go ahead and do our own stun. We are actually going first, so that is nice for us. Hopefully we can stun them and interrupt their skill chain. We do have that Pierce turn 1, so that Pierce is very nice. We did get a stun off, so that interrupts their skill chain. Ooh, okay, that is beautiful. All right, we're going to use Nagant in a second or later successfully executed skill chain here so that she can hide. And Kirishima's dead, and we only did one hit of our multi-hit attack with Nagant, so that's pretty good. Kirishima dead that fast is solid, honestly. All right, now we're going to go ahead and do our plus ultras, and I think Nagant might be the fastest here. Deku might be faster, it's hard to say, but Nagant does have the bullseye, so we'll be able to hit Ida if he does draw aggro. Okay, she was not even close to the fastest. She was the slowest. I was so wrong. All right, and then Nagant attacks. Okay, Uraraka is dead, solid. Deku should survive here with his last stands. Yep, he does. Okay, solid. That's one good reason to have Deku on the team. I don't know if he's going to survive this round, but we've made it pretty far, right? I would say. Okay, there's one attack, 2 attacks, and 3 attacks. He's still alive. Okay, now he's dead, but he did tank fairly well for us, right? All right, and now we have our skills back up. Let's go ahead and do this, and then this. Ida's dead, even though he had evasion, which is nice. See, you can see how nice Nagant is with that bullseye. We should be able to kill Deku here. Because she gets rid of last stand. Well, oh, she doesn't get rid of last stands. I'm thinking of Uraraka, but she had the multi-hit, so she can get rid of the last stands is what I meant. You don't have to worry about the last stands with Lady Nagant's second action skill, which is nice. And we'll go ahead and we'll use just Lady Nagant here to finish off this fight. Oh my goodness, of course she didn't do enough damage. It was so close. I thought she would finish it up with her plus ultra. But anyways, you can see that Nagant is pretty decent overall. I feel like right now it's going to be difficult to use her until we get a all-pro hero team that I've been asking years for, you know, one with a support that speeds up all-pro heroes. If you have all-pro heroes on the team, like how we have a character now that speeds up all UA high students, you know, Celebration Ochako. So we need that for a pro hero team, but I think we're getting to the realm where we have pretty decent pro heroes between Nagant, Deep Blue All Might, Hawks is still insanely good, right? Like we got plenty of good pro heroes, still just waiting on that support. So whenever that comes out, I feel like we'll get to see Nagant shine a little bit more. But let's go ahead and take a look at how she does in VE Tower. We're going to be using Dabi first in the skill chain, Nagant second, and Sue last, so we get all the technical hits that we can possibly get here. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to use Dabi's second action skill first, the Blue Corruption, and then we're going to go ahead and use Nagant's first action skill first, and then we're going to use Sue's second action skill. And we should be able to get pretty close to killing Shigaraki here. We're going to switch targets here to Redestro. And just to show you guys, take a look at Redestro here. He still has 19 barriers you have to get through before you can actually do damage to him, unless you have Pierce. So this is why I chose this stage to show you guys, because we're able to just, you know, fly through those barriers. All right, Shigaraki's dead. And now we come to the plus ultra turn, right? And it's actually better to split your targets like this when you're taking on VE Tower instead of just targeting Redestro off the start, because we probably would have done too much damage too fast and not even gotten to see a plus ultra turn. So let's go ahead and do this. 72,000, and we're only going to get 2 plus ultras off instead of 3 because we do a little bit too much damage, but honestly, not bad for a level 90 character, right? She almost did as much damage as Sue with the crit. I think if she was level 100, she would do 99,000 damage more consistently. She has we had 8 technical hits right there in 3 turns. Like that is a solid amount of technical hits, right? We had 6 critical hits. That's not fantastic, but it's honestly not terrible for 3 turns. Only 2 plus ultra moves instead of 3. A 7 status elements, so obviously Dabi compensated for not having status elements on Nagant, which didn't matter. And then a skill chain of 6. So 3,480 isn't the best score, but it isn't the worst score, and I think Nagant has potential, basically, is what the point of this is to say. Unfortunately, we just don't really have a VE Tower stage to test her out on right now and actually show that she's good and get a high score with. But overall, that's my opinion of her. I think she's decent in Club Festival. I think she is decent in PvP, and I think she's decent in VE Tower. Do I think she's groundbreaking in any one of those things? No, I don't think she's the best character in any one of those things. I wouldn't say she's mid, but I wouldn't say she's great. I would say she's somewhere between mid and great. She's a decent choice character if you're lacking other characters, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and if you guys enjoyed this video, please go down there, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the year, and I need your guys' help. Also, check out my other channels if you guys haven't checked those out yet, and thank you guys for watching. Peace.